I want to change my life, but how? Coaching, therapy, training, consulting? Okay, I am lost. What is the difference between them and when do I need which? In this video, I will compare them for you. Hi, I'm Winfred, and as a coach it's my passion to guide as many people as possible to more success and happiness. Therefore, I want to share valuable knowledge and techniques that will help you to improve your success and happiness. Coaching is a great tool to stimulate the personal growth that is needed to realize the success and happiness that you long for. In this video I want to tell you about the difference between coaching and other disciplines, like therapy, training and consulting. This overview will help you to choose the best course of action for your situation. I will explain each discipline briefly, and for each of them I will give you an example from my own life. In the end of the video I will make a comparison to recap it all. Okay, let's get started. Therapy is the only medical treatment in this comparison. Therefore, only a licensed therapist is allowed to diagnose illnesses and treat them with therapy. And they need extensive medical training for that. That is different for training, consulting and coaching. Here the skills of the professionals are based on education and experience. Therapy is focused on mental health. Usually it's about a trauma or another person that makes leading a normal life difficult. During therapy you will discover what made you who you are and what needs to be fixed in order to improve your life. With this newly acquired self-awareness in mind, you will learn how to heal the past. This focus on pain from the past means that therapy is problem-orientated. During my burnout, I had therapy for a while to treat my anxiety disorder. Together with my psychologist, I explored what caused the disorder and what its effect was on my life. I discovered that the problem lied in a lack of self-confidence caused by a long-lasting stressful situation at work. Based on that knowledge, I worked on that disorder by talking with my psychologist and doing exercises. Within 3 months, I managed to control the effects of that disorder and to regain most of my self-confidence. I am sure that without my psychologist's help, it would have been too hard for me to overcome this medical condition. Training is more solution-orientated. You or your employer has a goal in mind, but there is a lack of skills or knowledge to realize that goal. Training is meant to fill that gap. It is designed to create growth to accomplish better results. But without the right level of self-awareness, it is impossible to know what kind of training is needed. Therefore it's safe to say that training is only useful when the required self-awareness is already present. And by this I mean that it has to be clear what needs to be gained or improved to accomplish the goal. So, to realize useful growth through training, it's important to gain insight in the current situation before choosing your training options. I have had a lot of training during the last 20 years. Some were at my own request, but others were forced upon me by the companies I was working at. Of course, the most effective training sessions I had were the ones that I requested myself. And to this day, I'm still using some of the things I learned from them. Most training that was forced upon me had no long-lasting effect. Of course, I should be grateful for the opportunity to learn new things. But a training without a clear purpose or desire lacks the priority it needs to have to be effective. A lot of time and money is wasted on unwanted and unnecessary training courses. And therefore I advise all managers and human resource officers to explore the opportunities together with your employees to gain the best effect with training. That will make it much more effective. Consulting is a bit of a strange one. It is the only one in this comparison that doesn't directly focus on personal growth. Consulting is focused on finding a solution for a problem. The consultant will analyze the situation and give you advice on what to do. Most of the time it's about a problem or a challenge. A consultant is an outsider that uses his specific expertise to give objective advice on what to do to solve the situation. But there is a risk that this solution has insufficient support within the organization, because it is an external advice. It is sometimes very easy to ignore that kind of advice. Okay, maybe I say that because it's my personal experience that very useful advice of consultants is easily ignored. I remember that at one of the companies I worked for, a consultant analyzed the effectivity of leadership. The consultant did his work thoroughly and came with a very clear advice to implement immediate change. But once the consultant left, the report ended up on the bottom of the drawer and never saw daylight again. A waste of time, money and good advice. Coaching is all about finding answers within yourself. Together with a coach, you will discover who you want to be and what needs to be gained or improved to accomplish that. Coaching is about an ambition and opportunity, and therefore it is solution-orientated. Coaching starts with creating self-awareness in order to realize the personal growth that you need to create the future that you want. You will gain insight in what you need to change in your life and what you will need to learn to achieve the goals that you have set. You will work from the present to the future. But when it's needed, you can look back at the past to see what influenced you on your journey. Sometimes you can work on small pains from the past. But when it is too big, it might be better to work with a psychologist. Okay, I can hear you think it's easy for you to promote coaching because you need to sell coaching products. Of course, you're partly right. I also need to make money to live. But you might have already noticed that I rarely try to sell you anything during my videos. That is because I believe in sharing valuable information that will stimulate your personal growth. And that's also my idea with this video. I want to show you the differences to enable you to choose the best approach for you. During and after my burnout, I did regular sessions with my coach. She asked me questions that helped me to rediscover my passions in order to determine my goals for the future. That created more self-awareness than I ever had. I don't think I ever really had a picture of who I wanted to be and what my future should look like. Thanks to the insights that I gathered during the coaching sessions and the techniques that I learned, I now have very clear goals and know exactly what I need to do to realize them. I sincerely believe that everyone should have coaching to stimulate their personal growth to a level that will almost guarantee a happy and successful life. Therefore, I say to all the managers and human resource officers I mentioned before, invest in coaching for your employees. It might seem like a big investment, but I assure you that the benefits for them and your company will be much greater. Okay, now let's compare them so you will get a good overview of the differences and similarities. Therapy is a process within yourself that is problem-orientated. It all starts with a problem. Together with a psychologist, you will discover what is wrong and what needs to be fixed. You could say that therapy heals the past to create a future. Training is a process determined by external factors, and it is solution-orientated. It always starts with a goal in mind. Training is focused on the skills and knowledge that you need to achieve that goal successfully. So with training, you create personal growth to realize that goal. Consulting is done by an external party and is problem-orientated. A consultant will review the situation to determine what causes the problem and how it can be solved. You can therefore say that consulting is advice on how to solve a problem. Coaching is a process within yourself. Starting from an ambition, you will work together with your coach to discover who you want to be and how you can achieve that. That means that coaching creates self-awareness and personal growth. I hope this comparison gave you the answers that you were looking for. If you have any remaining questions or if something wasn't clear enough, please let me know in the comments and I will get back to you. In my next video I will tell you more about how coaching works. If you are considering to look for a coach, I hope I will see you there. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!